thinking the cold weather scared them away. I know it did for me this morning. I was like, oh, this is not summertime. It's very rude. I hate it when it's cold. And I think that's mainly because I'm adjusted now to 90-degree heat only. So I'm going to practice a little bit more with us today as we go, but I think I have some fun things for us to try out. All right? Okay, good stuff. Let's get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. I know. Just starting it off strong, you know? So take your soles of your feet together, knees out, one hand on your heart, and then one hand on your belly. Just take a few breaths here. Get settled into your breath. And then really start articulating that Ujjayi breath. So we're talking about a deep inhale, followed by a pause, exhale, and then another pause at the bottom. Just start working into that breath. It doesn't have to be immediate, but just start looking for it. Your next breath in. Push all the air out on your exhale, fully empty. Then hug your belly up and in with an empty breath. So you're making a little extra space in your tummy. This is the vacuum belly. You're holding all your organs up and in on your exhale, and then you'll breathe in and start the process again by breathing out. Holding your exhale, hug your belly up and in just like you were inhaling. You hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, or sorry, inhale. Do this a few more times. Bring your knees together, sit your heels on the floor, just like you were about to move to bridge pose. So straighten out your spine on your mat. Take an inhale, breathe all the air out, create your vacuum belly, and then bring your shins to parallel with the floor. So you're really going to start engaging your low core here, like your deepest belly muscles. On your next exhale, touch your right foot down to the floor. Keep your left one up. And then on your exhale, switch. So basically what you're doing here with the movement of your legs is just asking your deep core to turn on in another way to allow this movement. So you should really feel like your lowest belly working here, pressing down towards the mat to then create this movement with your legs. Take one more breath. And then hug your knees up into your chest. Rock 3 times head to toe. So the whole way forwards, the whole way backwards, and then we'll make our way up into downward facing dog. So when you start class with so much core work like that, what you'll want to find is that take a deep breath in here, blow all the air out, hug your belly muscles up and in. Even here in downward facing dog, it can be done. And take another breath. One more time, breathe in. Let all that air out. Hold up and in. All right, walk your feet up to your hands. We're gonna play with this vacuum belly a few different times today. Take a halfway lift. Oh, this is a good place to do it. Press your hands against your shins. Long, flat spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, holding all that air out. Hug your belly up and in. I know it's hard. You really want to breathe in when you do that. Inhale. Exhale. Take ragdoll. Let your head drop down. Yeah. Place your hands at the inner corners of your elbows. Let your head drop heavy down to the mat. Press your heels down. Roll the whole way up to standing. Take extended mountain. Hands down to heart center. So we'll start class with 3 ohms to set your breath pace. So take a deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Halfway lift, deep breath in, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. One more time. Breathe out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, inhale your way up, fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. One more. Breathe out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, vacuum belly for your exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. One more time. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, fold. One more time, halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. One more time. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, inhale your hands up, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior 1. I know, did all of you get your left foot up there? Nice job. Hands to the mat. Usually I have at least 1 or 2 people who go right foot instead. Down dog, right side warrior 1. I do this every once in a while in my personal practice, chaturanga, because I realize up dog, down dog, that I start really strengthening my right side over my left. I build this deficit. Take 1 more breath and then jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior 1. Inhale, fingers to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Up dog, down dog, right side warrior 1. Feels really weird to call it this way. Hands to the mat. Upward facing dog, down dog. Start to build the tapas, the heat in your body. 1 more breath. That's it, let it go. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold, chair, fold. Half lift, chaturanga. Look to 1 point, Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior one, eyes to the ceiling. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog, right side warrior one. Eyes go up as your hands go up. Hands to the mat on your exhale. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and then 2 breaths. That's it. One more. Let it go, and then move. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, inhale, fold, exhale. Halfway lift, chaturanga, breathe out the whole time. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side warrior one. Get deep in the lunge this time. Hands to the mat. Up dog, down dog, right side warrior one. Inhale, eyes up. Exhale, hands down. Up dog, into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Nice job. Now take your left leg up into the air. I know, very odd. Lift high up through your heel, bend your top knee, open your hip. Now look for the stretch here. Let it start in your bottom hand and then reach the whole way up and out through your top knee. So you're stretching out the entirety of your side body here. That's it. And then flip dog. Yep, bring both heels down. Look to press down through your heels and reach up through your hips. So you're creating this equal and opposite reaction here. By pressing down, you get to lift up high. Stay one more breath. Come over. High plank into side plank. So right hand down, left hand up this time. Wait. I just did that wrong for you guys, didn't I? Okay, left hand down, right hand up. You get to try both sides this time, I guess. Take your eyes up to the ceiling, up over your top hand. One breath, palms down. Chaturanga. Up dog and into downward facing dog. This time, opposite leg comes up in the air. So right leg up. Bend your top knee. Open up your hip. Plant your right hand down into the mat nice and hard. Then take over for flip dog. Press down through your heels, reaching up and out through your right hand this time. So you're really looking for the stretch from your left knee all the way up to your right fingertips, lifting your chest up and open. Come back over, high plank, and into side plank. Now this time it's right hand down, eyes up to the ceiling. Maybe you even have the space to lift your top foot an inch. Lift it 1 inch higher, that's it. Then hands down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Let's take left side crescent lunge. Nice job. So look for the stretch this time. Usually your body's already warmed up because we've done right side first. So come in newly into this pose. Get your hips low. Look for the stretch up the front side of your back leg and then reach your fingertips up. So you got to warm up your body this time in this side of the pose first. Get a little bit lower, reach your fingertips a little bit higher, hands to heart center, and then twist to the left. Really got to think about that this class. Now, you get to choose here. Hands stay at heart center, or you can open them up. Feel how the twist is different when you do it this side first. Eyes to the ceiling. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, and into warrior two. Take your drishti over your front fingertips. Get low in your front leg. Ooh, this is a great tip for this one. It took me forever to figure it out. So your back foot often stays parallel with the back of the mat here. Don't do that. Bring your toes up in towards your body a little bit more so that it's angled. Once you get this angle, you'll find that there's a lot more weight you can put into your back foot, into your pinky toes in that back foot. Like it suddenly becomes this line of energy. Take extended side angle. So now press back through your back foot, through the knife's edge of it, reach up through your top fingertips. Create length from that foot the whole way to your hand. Stay one more breath. Palms down, chaturanga. Move through up dog, into downward facing dog, and then right side crescent lunge. Now you usually never have this much facing your right side crescent lunge. So get your hips down here 3 inches lower. This is going to be like a whole new world in right side crescent lunge. Bring your fingertips up to the ceiling. Hips low. Start to reach your fingertips back. So you can even do it one leg at a time, fingertips straight up, and then lead your hands back 1 inch. Lead it back 1 inch further. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Now you get to choose hands together or hands open. Look for the deepest twist that you can find. On each exhale, twist it out a little bit further. Lift your top hand up higher. Stay for one more breath. And then inhale, rise up, crescent into warrior two. Check out your back foot. Get it angled so that your toes are facing up towards the front of you. Now, take extended side angle. Right hand down, left hand up. Look for the stretch. It starts at your back foot, reaches the whole way up through your hands. So here, like you're giving me a high five, reach up this direction. Oh yeah, see? Because you've got this big line there then. Carol, I'm coming for you too. Come here, give me a high five. Just like this. Reaching from your back foot the whole way to your fingertips. Nice job. One breath, hands down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Let it go, sigh it out. One more time, inhale. Sigh on your exhale, and then come feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose. Now this is the one pose. We're gonna go the right direction instead of starting the opposite way. So hands to heart center, twist to the right. So left knee. I'm talking about my left elbow. That's what I was looking for. My left elbow is connected to my right knee, and then you can open your hands. Look up to your top fingertips. Sit low in your hips, looking to keep your heart higher than your hips. Stay for one more breath. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Hands to heart center, and then twist left. So we're twisting the traditional way because it actually is the way that your digestive system works. You're moving all that stuff around inside of you, organs. One more breath. Okay, chair pose on your inhale. Fold, exhale. Bring your pointer fingers around your big toes and let your head drop down. Just focus on your breath here. Focus on lengthening your inhales to match your exhales, both taking the same amount of time. If your head has forgotten how to drop down, you can shake it yes or no. Yeah, that's it, Kevin. Good stuff. Stay for one more breath. Take your feet out to the edges of your mat. And then bring your palms right out in front of your toes. This is going to be, we're going to do a little bit of a sumo forward fold here, so legs wide, to practice our vacuum belly. So inhale. Exhale, press all the air out. Hug your belly up and in. So you want to do it with the breath out. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Press all the air out. Hold the exhale. Hug your belly up and in. It should feel like you're about to inhale, stay, and then breathe in. One more time. Breathe all that air out. Hug your belly up and in. Low belly muscles turn on like you're pulling your belly button up through your spine. That's it. Stay one more second. Inhale and forward fold. Just take a second. Let your belly drop. Stop controlling your breath so much. Then we'll take it back up for chair pose. So now that you've got your belly turned on in this way, take a breath in. Exhale all that air out. Hug vacuum belly up and in. This is actually going to move your spine from going like this with your butt out to hugging your belly up and in with a straight line from your hips to your fingertips. That's it. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. All that breath out. Hug your belly up and in. Inhale. And fold. That one's fun. Take your feet out to the sides of your mat and take your palms underneath your toes. Yeah, let your head drop down, gorilla. I love doing this vacuum belly thing because suddenly in each pose, you're like, oh, my core does a lot of work here. I didn't know it before, but it's actually on the entire time. Crow pose. One time at your mat. Take a breath in. On your exhale, vacuum belly and crow. So you're going to notice it's like your back is pulling straight up towards the ceiling. Hug, hug, hug for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Into downward facing dog. Feet to hands. Inhale. Half lift. Fold on your exhale. Rise the whole way up to standing. So we're doing equanimity different today too. This is the last of the surprises. Take your block. Place it down in front of you. We're going to start with left side half moon, okay? So hand to block or ground or up into your chest, but build the pulse. So we're starting with half moon, which is usually the end of this section of this sequence. So in half moon, take your breath in, blow it all out, hug that belly up and in. It's straightening out your spine here. Flex your foot. Now, here comes the tricky part. You're going to move from half moon straight over into airplane. And you might not be great at this, just as an FYI. So you're going to have to pick your bottom hand up, then rotate into airplane. Nice job. Once you've got your airplane, interlace your hands underneath of you for eagle arms. Hug your knee into your chest. And then bring it over top of your bottom leg. Eagle. See, we're doing it backwards. That's it. Nice job. Sit low in your leg. Okay, both heels down. Stand up. Just shake it out. So we're doing it backwards because it builds new neural pathways in your brain. If you haven't heard it before, if you don't use it, you lose it. So this is definitely a way to build it back. We're going to do right side half moon. See, these are all the same movements that you've been doing, but just because you do it backwards, suddenly your body's like, oh, this is new. From half moon, move to airplane. See, because usually your body's like, oh yeah, airplane to half moon, we got this, no problem. Interlace your arms for eagle arms. Yeah, you might fall over more because of that. Bring your knee into your chest. Wrap your legs. Eagle. Nice job. Sit back into your leg. Hold it, and then legs down. All right, you know what? I think we're going to do that one more side at a time on each side and then be done with equanimity, okay? So left side half moon. Bottom hand down or left hand down, right hand up. Look for length in your half moon. Now, pick your bottom hand up, rotate your body for airplane. It's okay if you go down. I fall out of these poses all the time. Interlace your arms, eagle arms, that's it. Hug your knee into your chest. Wrap your legs for eagle. Oh, it's hard to get back up there. That's it. Press down into your legs, sit low in your hip, keep feet down. Shake it out. Last side, okay? Right side, half moon. Woo. Right down, left hand up. Get your drishti point. Choose it on the ground, middle of your mat. Hug your bottom hand up and then rotate your body for airplane. Interlace your arms, eagle arms. Hug your knee into your chest. Wrap your legs. Rise up for eagle. That's it. You got this. Lowering your leg. Pick your shoulders up. Okay, feet down. Nice job, guys. Let's take extended mountain. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, triangle. All right. Your triangle here, we're going to do the same thing. So from your foot being parallel to the back of the mat, bring your toes up and in a little bit so that they're facing towards your front foot. Heel stays in the same spot. So you're just taking it from back here, moving your toes up to up here. Kevin, can you see that at home? Hold on, let me check if you've got a thumbs up for me. You got your back foot there, Kevin? Yeah? Okay, good stuff. All right, nice job. So closing your back foot, what it's doing here is it actually supports the lines of fascia and your nerves that reach up to your low back. So if you ever pinch your back, like right down here in triangle, all you need to do is adjust your back foot. On an inhale, rise the whole way up. And then exhale to side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. I, by the way, was not a super flexible human. I am more flexible now after lots of years of yoga. Hey, you can do ninja lunges or stay. But I used to tell myself, I was like, oh, I pinch my back in triangle because I'm too flexible. Yes, so I moved from really not able to get anywhere near my toes to, oh my gosh, I'm so flexible, I can't even do this pose anymore, which of course was a lie. My foot was just at the wrong spot. Take an inhale, roll the whole way up to standing. Oh, and since we're talking about flexibility, we'll move to half split or full split today. So, I know, come here. So from your, drop your knees down. We're gonna do left side first because I've been moving with that all day. So left heel comes out in front of you, right knee down on the mat. Now you can either fold forwards and put your fingertips on the floor near your foot, or if that's too far away from you, you can use a block under your palm. Now really all I want you to think about here is sitting your hips backwards. So if you focus on deepening this left hip crease, you're gonna get a nice stretch up the back of your front leg. How's that going? Yes, it's a nice stretch. Yeah, it's good. Now, by the way, if you're somebody who wanted to try out a full split, what you would do is inch your front ankle or front heel off the mat. This is easiest to do when something is slidey underneath of here. I know, really great technical terms. And then you can put a block under your front leg and like lower down. but that's, for a different season. Let's flex our foot up towards our face and then point it. 2 more times. Inhale and flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point, and chaturanga. There's no cute way to get out of a split, by the way. So just do it how you need to. Move from up dog into downward facing dog, right side triangle. Set your back foot up first. I'm coming around to all of you guys. That's it. Here, Carol, put your back foot up towards your face a little bit more. So keep your heel there, then bring your big toe up here. Nice. Now for triangle. Hey, you've got it. So that one little adjustment can rebuild the whole entire pose. Just check it out. How does that feel today? Hug your front ribs into center. Pull your belly up and in. Tuck your tailbone underneath of yourself, like you're tucking your butt. On an inhale, rise the whole way up. And we'll take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. Now again, you have the option here. If you want to do ninja lunges for a second set, I don't care. If you want to get upside down into a headstand or handstand, you can choose to do that too. If you want to stay still in this pose, that's awesome. You get to choose what your body says is right. So move in that way. My upside downers can return their feet to the mat. And on an inhale, rise the whole way up to standing. Take half or full split the opposite direction. So your right foot goes out this time. Now, actively, that right hip, you want to press that backwards. The more action you get pressing your right hip, the more stretch you get up the front side, up the back side of your front leg. Inhale and flex your foot. Exhale, point your toes. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. One more time. Inhale and flex. Exhale, point. Chaturanga. Move from upward facing dog into down dog. Take a breath here. In and out. Roll the whole way out into your high plank. From high plank, lower down onto the mat. Take locust pose. Fingers bound behind your back. Oh yeah. And then press your fingertips down towards your toes. Locust pose. Lift up. That's it. Chin stays tucked, so you're looking at the front of your mat. Go for length here. Lower down. Drop your knees side to side. This is why I use a water bottle with a cap. Learn my lesson. Interlace your fingers behind your back. I like to interlace my thumbs, by the way, and leave my fingers loose. Press your fingers back, lift up. Locust pose, round 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press all that air out. Vacuum belly up and in. One more time, try it out here. It's different. Come down. Tuck your knees side to side. Vacuum belly is super hard to do in locust pose, but a worthy challenge. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your ankles, and we'll take floor bow. Flex your feet and press your shins back. Floor bow. Your quads here are doing the action of pressing down towards the mat. Shins press up and out to lift your chest. Take one more breath. Come down. Knees side to side. Take a breath on the mat. Set up, second set. Hands to your outer ankles. Press your quads into the mat and then press your shins back. So shins are really doing the lift here. Your legs are the most active part of your body, pressing down and back. Come down. Knees side to side. Take upward facing dog. I really love to do up dog lately. where I press my weight into one hip, like my right hip here, lifting up to stretch out my right side body. And then I switch sides, drop the left hip, switch up through the opposite side. Yeah, that's it. You can find like your whole belly stretching. Knees down, and we'll take camel. Tuck your toes underneath yourself, hands where your back pockets would be, shoulders back, lift up. Just look to press that little divot, the one right between your collarbones, straight up towards the ceiling. That's it. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, roll up. We'll take a little high hero, so sit back onto your ankles. By the way, we take high hero here to straighten out your spine again. So shoulders sit right on top of your hips, lengthen your spine, and then come up for round two. So start with that long straight spine you've just created. Hands back, hug your knees in, lift up through your collarbones. So if you're really just focusing on lifting up, you might get less back bend, but that's okay here. Look to stretch out the front side of your body. Focus less on your low back and instead on lifting and spreading out from your hips the whole way up to your chest, up to your shoulders even. Roll up, and then we'll take bridge pose. You can roll the whole way down onto your spine. Fingertips interlace underneath your back for round one. Heels down, hips up, fingers together. So as you're pressing your fingertips down, just focus on your shoulders getting underneath you. When I do bridge pose, that's always what this first one is for, just to set your shoulders up. Now come down. You can tuck your knees one side to the other, take a breath here, then go for a second set. So you know where your shoulders need to be, tuck them under, and then focus on pressing your heels down. You want to get your toes, by the way, so they're right in front of your heels. They're not out to the side, they're not into the middle, they're just straight in front of you. When you do this, you'll have more weight to push into your big toes and lift up through your hips. Come the whole way down. Shake your knees side to side. We're going to move through three poses today. You get to choose either bridge or wheel, whichever one feels like a challenge to you and feels like being something up to something bigger than yourself in your practice. So, fingers, hips tucked, no matter where you're planning on going. Ready, set, go. Press down, lift up, inhale, bridge pose. Eyes open, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come back down. Take a breath on the mat, in and out. Press down, lift up, round two. On an inhale, eyes open. Bridge or wheel for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come back down. Knees side to side, and we'll move to our last one. This is it already. Press down, lift up, inhale, bridge or wheel, round 3, eyes open, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come back down. All right, take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Just listen to the noise that your breath makes. The sound of your inhale, followed by the sound of your exhale. Take happy baby or dead bug, hands by the outer edges of your feet, and rock side to side. When you're rocking here, you want to focus on pressing your lowest back down towards the floor. Talking specifically about your sacrum here. So like the very back of your pelvis. All right, bring your feet up to 90 degrees. We're gonna reach our fingertips up towards our toes and do these little curls for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Move up, curling on your exhales here. So when you breathe all that air out, your belly button pulls down as you lift up towards your toes. That's it. For 5, 4, feet flexed, 3, 2, 1. Yogi bicycles. Fingertips behind your head, shins parallel to the mat. On your exhales, you'll move. Let's go. 1, exhale and twist. 2, exhale, twist. Exhale, twist. Exhale, twist. 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 For 10, 9, 8, feet flexed, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock head to toe 3 times. We're going to land in boat pose. Ooh. When I was debating what we were going to do today, take your block or water bottle out in front of you, right in front of your feet. Your fingertips come down to your mat, facing your toes. That's it. Inhale, high boat, right up above this block. Exhale, low boat to the right side. Bring it up on an inhale. Exhale, low boat on the other side. That's it. We're just going to go back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees up into your chest. Ooh, rock head to toe. Or don't rock. You know what kind of feels good? You can cross your feet here or do whatever you want. And then we'll fold forwards a little bit. So either if you don't have a lot of like flexibility here, you can put your hands at your hips and just tilt as far as you can. If you do have some more flexibility, you can bring your hands to the floor out in front of you and then just start to crawl them forwards. Inhale, rise the whole way up. And we're going to take half pigeon in a really fun way today. So we're starting with our left side. Take your block and you're going to want to sit it, I'd say at like medium height, beside your thigh. Or really beside your knee, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Take your left leg. Yes. Block on the right side. Sorry. Yeah, I knew I messed something up there. Lift your left leg and then bend your knee so that you're putting your foot on the block. And you might have to adjust the block, by the way. It might need to be further out or closer in. But once you get it there, flex the extended foot and then fold forwards. What you're doing here, by the way, is half pigeon. It's just a different direction for this pose. So just like when we do half pigeon prone on the ground or laying back on our spine, you're really looking for some activation in the outside of your hip here. You got that? No. Okay, that's good. Flex your foot. Yeah, that's it. I mean, sometimes you just are flexible in a different way and you're suddenly in a flexy pose. You're like, nothing's happening here. Flex this raised foot, extended foot, and then fold forwards. You really want to press your hips back as you fold. Yeah, straighten out your spine a little bit so you're pulling your shoulders back and then fold. That's good. Yeah. We can do a little like a transfer. Oh, I by the way, doing a really bad habit here. Don't stick your elbow on your knee. It's bad for your knee. Don't do it. Unless you're me, in which case I get to have like a excuse card for that. Let's switch sides. Okay, let's try this again. Block to your opposite knee. Bend your right leg, sitting your foot on your block. And then you get to fold towards your toes. So this all depends on the degree of flexibility that you've got here. When your body starts to say that this pose is too much, like you've got too much sensation going on, you can come out of it a little bit by sitting up. And if you don't have enough going on, look to straighten out your spine and then bend towards your extended leg. Flex both of your feet here. Now, once your body starts to give you some feedback, breathe into it. You know it's the way out of these poses. I really love poses like this, especially ones where you're getting a lot of feedback, because your body, like, a lot of times you might picture just surrendering to the pose, especially when you've got a lot of like feedback, a lot of sensation going on. You're like, I'll give into it. You're basically going to drown in all that feedback. But what I find is that if you stick with your breath in these poses, instead of drowning in all that sensation that you've got, you have this opportunity to instead like float in it, just like you would in the ocean. Bring both legs out front of you, and we'll just go for a seated forward fold. Last one. Fingertips up, fold on your exhale. Yeah, that's it. Bend your bottom knees. Inhale, rise the whole way up. Take tabletop, fingertips facing your toes. Press your hips, press your heels down, hips up, let your head drop back. Sometimes I like to rock forwards and backwards in this pose. It really stretches out your shoulders. Bring your hips down to the mat. Grab your blocks. We're going to go for fish pose. So your block goes right underneath of your thoracic spine. So your spine underneath of your shoulders. You want the crown of your head, the very tippy top of it, sitting on the mat. Palms up towards a T-shaped position. This is going to be a lot more comfortable for that, by the way, in case you want to do it with a block. I love a cork block. They're super sturdy, but they can kind of be a pain for this particular pose where you want a little bit more give. Roll off to the right side of your block, getting the whole way off of it here. And then let's come up to waterfall. I like that idea. Bring your block underneath your hips. Bring your legs up long. By the way, if you've never done waterfall against a wall, it is an A+ like experiment to do in your own time. Or honestly, even in the studios. If you're somebody who practices near one of the walls, you can always turn around and do this pose. If you do it that way, you really want to scoot your butt in close to the wall so that your legs are like fully straight up against it. Flex your feet. Hug your knees into your chest. Then bring your heels the whole way down to the mat. Lift your hips up, remove your block. Come down. Hug both knees up into your chest. Drop your knees to the left. Eyes over your right shoulder. By the way, for your supine twist, you always want to do knees to the left, eyes to the right for your first set of twists. This again has to do with all those organs inside your body. When you do knees left, eyes right, so essentially just twisting to the right first, you move all that matter, your organs, all that sort of stuff, so that they're flowing towards the next piece of your body. Hug your knees up into center. Let them drop to the right, eyes to the left. Hug your knees up into center one final time. Lay out long in Shavasana. There's a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat, if you're in the studio. Let your body and your mind come to stillness. Find movement in your breath. Let it set back to its natural pace, flowing from inhale straight into exhale with no pauses. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make your way, hug your knees up into your chest, and then make your way onto the right side of your body. Place your forehead on the mat or on the ground. Make your way up into a seated position. Inhale, raise your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale your hands down to heart center. We're going to close class today with 3 ohms. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for waking up. For those of you guys here in studio, super early, getting here and joining in for class. It was awesome to get to have you.